welcome everyone to this edition of Golf Gossip. I love that music.
You know, it's funny, that music reminds me when I was a kid, my dad would pick us up from school, and on the weekends we'd go down to the Jersey Shore, and we had to listen to Rush Limbaugh the whole way because he came on at 3 o'clock.
Oh, geez.
And that was like his intro. Yeah.
Jeff, you gave us the Rush Limbaugh intro. Really?
Thanks.
You know, we did shots before the show, and this is what you give
That's
us.
what I got.
It does sound like Limbaugh's intro.
It does, doesn't it?
I didn't realize that till you said it,
Yeah,
but it
that might
does.
not-
The EIB Network, Excellence in Broadcasting. I know it all too well.
I didn't realize that. Now I'm going to have to go back and listen to Rush again.
Okay. So this is a golf show. So we'll have to stick with that, I guess. But anyway, welcome back.
Welcome
Studio.
back.
Yes.
Spring break is over for you. I didn't get a spring break.
No, well, we were at the beach yesterday, and you could tell it was spring break somewhere.
Oh, the traffic at the beach here, yes, you can.
You can, but we're glad to have everybody. Keep it coming. And we're glad to be videoing for the first day today. Yay! So if you're hearing us on the radio, go to TGD TV tab, and you'll be able to see Jamie and I's pretty faces on the TV and see what we're doing here. A lot of it's just looking up stuff to talk to you about.
Well, we missed 2 weeks.
We only
so-
missed 1 week, just last week.
Right, we're going to cover
It was
the
Easter.
following week.
Yeah,
We will say it was a little boring in golf.
it was.
So let's talk about the RBC a little bit.
Because that was here in South Carolina.
Big event here.
Great, in Hilton Head. It was perfect.
I loved that event. Usually I go every year. Couldn't make it this year. Weather wasn't so hot, so I'm kind of okay with it. But, you know, Shan has never been to the Heritage.
I've never been. And there's a lot of plaid there, and I'm kind of a plaid girl.
There is, but it's, would you call it the coming out of the South? Everybody's been cooped up all winter. Charleston,
Yeah.
Hilton Head, Myrtle Beach. So you get all the ladies in their finery. Everybody's
you
been
do.
plucked, tucked, nipped, dipped. I mean,
Spray tan.
spray tanned, you
the whole
name
9
it.
yards.
It's the only tournament I've been to where people are wearing high heels in the grass.
It's almost like the Kentucky Derby of golf tournaments, huh?
A little bit.
A little bit. Yeah, and I don't profess to have been to them all. I've been to several. And yeah, I wear my tennis shoes, or like this year.
Not to this, you wouldn't.
Yeah, no. You'd have to dress up a little bit.
You wear a dress.
Almost like going to a Clemson game. Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. I will say that.
Had to get a dig in there, sorry. All right, but the RBC, one of our faves, won.
I know. Kuchar.
We love you. So
With that
cute.
chip in
Yes.
from the sand, which was amazing for the win. So that was, finally, he gets a W.
I know, and as you put in our notes here, so apropos, who doesn't love Kuchar?
There you
I
go.
mean, he's even liked by the guys. Come on, but we have to move along to last weekend and absolutely laugh hysterically at the announcers and their complete inability to pronounce the name of the winner.
Which is, soon you'll know, but what I like to say is, soon you'll know.
Yeah. So that's the
If
that's
you
the
don't
Jersey
know,
part.
now you know.
Soon you'll know. And no, that was hysterical. The commenters were absolutely hilarious. But you know,
So serious and, you know.
yes, and that's one of the reasons we're not so serious here, because if we mess it up, hey, you know, it's just us.
It doesn't really matter.
No.
Soon you'll know.
Soon you'll know that we messed up. But great to see him get a win. I mean, that was kind of cool.
Yeah, and he gets an automatic bid to the Masters, so
Mm-hmm.
that is even cooler.
You know, everybody wants to get there, and a lot of new names on the leaderboard for that tournament. Andrew, and this is one I'm not going to be able to pronounce.
Savoda.
Savoda. So we're looking at, yep, Jeff's
Yeah.
going, whatever.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, sounds
good.
right.
And Robert Streb was up there, Jeff Overton, Robert Garrigus. I kind of like him, you know. But anyway, lots of Americans up on the leaderboard. That was good. Justin Rose, you know, the Swiss. British, no. Look, I'm pointing to the thing.
Oh,
Yes, Swiss.
I thought he
Yeah.
was British. My
See,
bad.
Learn something new every
I
day.
did.
What about two gloves?
That's right.
Yes, Tommy Gainey,
Which,
tied for 8th.
Didn't he go to Clemson?
I wouldn't know because I don't follow anything Clemson.
I don't either, but you made the Clemson
I did. I had to
reference.
dig, but it was a dig. It was a dig. But anyway, but again, not a real exciting tournament.
No, it wasn't. New Orleans It's a cool city. I know you love it. I can take it or leave it.
You know why it was boring tournament? Everybody was so freaking hungover.
That's everybody had too much fun.
Too many hurricanes. Gotta love them.
But,
and Acme, I gotta shout out to the Acme Oyster House.
Yes, yum.
See, even you know that. So the most awesome oyster shooters in the world. Yes, I know. I'm a connoisseur.
I did see some pictures on Twitter. The players were with Emerald, so I'm guessing he may have done the dinner. That could be.
It could be, yeah. We went to Emerald's restaurant, hubby and I, when last time we were in New Orleans, and it was, must have been a football day off or something, because it was us, and, we're not real big people, but we were surrounded by ginormous people, so a bunch of football players were in there eating, so we spent more time looking around, I think, than we did worrying about our food.
You're
but
like,
it was
what's
good.
going on?
What's going on? But it was a good time. I love New Orleans. No, I happen to love it. Commander's Palace, another shout out if you get a chance to go. It's awesome.
Well, let's see. What else went on? Michelle Wee finally won.
Yeah, who cares?
You don't care?
No, I really don't.
Really?
I don't. No, I do. You know what?
It's been 4 years.
The girl had I kind of feel sorry for her. She had so much hype coming
She
out.
did.
It's almost like,
Everybody forgot who it was. Instead of like Michelle Wee, it was like Michelle who?
who? Yeah. Almost like, now you'll know.
Now you'll know. Soon you'll know.
Soon you'll know. No, but poor Michelle, I mean, she came out with such big hype, and she tried so hard to do so many big things. She actually accomplished a whole lot, but this is the United States. I mean, it's a competitive sport. If you don't win, nobody cares. But she has done some really good things, and let's face it, they were freezing to death, so.
I know. I saw a picture of her and they were all bundled up. So.
I know.
But,
So, yeah, again, your comment was awesome, all grown up, and no one cares.
Yep, that's right.
So,
Nobody
her
cares.
sponsors care, though. Her sponsors care. So, Michelle Wee gets a win. That's awesome. I'm glad to see she's playing well or good enough to win. She only took out her driver twice in the last round. Probably should have only taken it out once because she hit it in the water with one of them. But her average drive with a 3-wood or hybrid was still, 245 or something like that? I mean, it was
I didn't know that,
ridiculous.
but that's ridiculous. Well,
Yeah.
she's like 6'3", so.
I know. She's got that momentum. And she's a beautiful girl. And, I like to see the women play well, no matter who they are. But, my gosh, it's like Miley Cyrus on the Pro Tour. After a while, everyone's done. We're done talking about it. But now maybe that she's had a hiatus, we'll be excited to talk about her again.
We'll see. I don't know who will be next on the tour that people are talking about for the ladies, but
Yeah.
it'll be somebody.
It'll be somebody. But oh my gosh, can we just move along on our topics here and talk about Bubba Watson?
Okay, that's a great segue into Man Crush Monday.
It is. It is.
So my man crush is Bubba Watson.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get enough of him. I cannot. And what he did on his victory.
Mm-hmm.
So he went back to his hometown in Florida, and the city was having a little get-together. They had a pep rally at the high school. He went back to his elementary school. He fed the high school 450 pizzas in his green jacket during the pep rally.
I just want to know if any pizza sauce got on the green jacket.
Greasy fingers, just watch
Nice.
out.
Nice. Elementary school kids, pizza, and a green jacket. That is awesome.
Oh, it doesn't stop there. He also donated $35,000 in computers for the schools. And I think this is the coolest part. He posed with every single class at the elementary school and took a class picture with them.
I want to go back to elementary school and pose with Bubba Watson.
I know. Can he? I went to Catholic school. I don't think the nuns would have let him in.
No,
but he
probably
did
not.
have a tie and a jacket on, so
And a
maybe.
Maybe. Hey, they would have probably liked to have posed with Bubba Watson. But yeah, greasy fingers, green jacket, lots of little kids. I think that's awesome. And that was his hometown, right?
It is, yeah. And that brings us to another quick segment that we like to do, which is What Would Sam Do?
Yes. So I had to call my son and say, it's time for another Golf Gossip show. And we have a segment now called What Would Sam Do? Sam's my 13-year-old son who is just funny as all get out. And last time we asked, last time was what would Sam serve? So we got the dinner for the Masters. So I called him and I said, Sam, what would you do to give back if you won the Masters? And he's so funny. My first thing out of his mouth was, what time's the show? And I said, would you call in? He's like, no, of course not. I'm not going to call in. I'm like, why not? He's like, no. And he's like, what's the question? I said, all right, Sam, you win the Masters. What would you do to give back? He said he would come back here to Myrtle Beach and schedule allowing, of course. You know, he's got peeps at this point, right?
Oh,
PR
that's
peeps
right.
and stuff.
We're on his entourage, so
We'd be his peeps.
Yeah.
But he would schedule once a month, he felt would be good, to come back and give free clinics for one day to all kids, 16 and under, he said, that wanted to learn how to play golf.
I think that's very cool. And he'd have to do it in his jacket.
In his green jacket the whole first year, I think so.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
I think that's very creative. I think that's a great thing to do.
I think we should put that out there for one of the winners.
I think so. If
Why
you're
not?
listening, anybody who's won the Masters, if you're listening to Golf Gossip right now,
And you want to be as cool as Sam Coughlin.
then you need to come back to your hometown and give a clinic once a month if it
Free
allows.
clinics. Yeah, once a month to kids that want to learn to play golf. I think it'd be great. Unfortunately, I told him, I said, honey, unfortunately, most of the parents would probably be beating the kids out of the way trying to get to
That
him
would be
to
it.
get an autograph. But,
Who
you
cares
know.
about my kids swing? Show me what you
Yeah.
can do.
All right, my turn.
Yep.
So I was looking for a man crush Monday because, you know, we're both happily married, so we actually have to search these things out. But I love the whoever did the thing on Twitter is great, Man Crush Monday. I think it's a kind of catchy phrase. But mine would be Mark Anderson.
Okay, now you're going to have to tell me.
Yeah, I went young on this one.
Okay.
All right, so Mark Anderson's from a Beaufort resident, okay, earned his 2012 PGA Tour card when he ended the year that year, ranked 22nd, and he came in tied for 17th in the Zurich Open.
Good
So
for him.
played very well. He was on the Nationwide Tour, and 25 members of the Nationwide Tour were awarded the 2012 PGA Tour cards and at Daniel Island, right here in Charleston, South Carolina. And so he got it. So he's a good South Carolina boy and very happy.
Well, that sounds good.
Yeah, so
Love
he's
to
it.
see a pro working his way up.
Absolutely. So we're going to put the picture out there so y'all can decide if you want to crush on him or not. He also won the 2008 Players Amateur in Bluffton. So
We're going to have to keep an eye on him.
think so, too.
I'm going to have to ask my husband if he knows him.
I bet he does because he, you know, your husband played all over the state.
Yep. That could very well be.
Played golf all
Played
over the
golf.
state. Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
clarify.
In fact, he's in Columbia right now. Hopefully he won today, so we'll see.
Fingers crossed. What was he playing in Columbia then?
Pro-Am that he got invited to go play, so he snatched up his brother who used to play as well and decided to see what they could do.
Was there money involved?
Of course, we
Okay.
don't do this for fun.
Okay, just checking. All right, Dale, we're rooting for you. All right, so our missed shots segment. Can I just say this? Even though the last couple of weeks were kind of boring in golf, as far as you know, the Twitter feed was kind of slow, and unless we just completely missed something, which we'd love to hear about if we did, but. These next few are hysterical. We can have a lot of fun with this.
There are. Okay, we're going to start with Ricky Fowler. Well, unfortunately, a couple of these have already been our Man Up Monday,
yeah.
so I feel like we're always on their cases, but I mean, they're giving us,
So much material.
that's it. So
It's like having a little kid you have to constantly correct. I mean, you know what? We could make a fortune of these people's PR, you know,
I know it.
because they definitely need one.
yeah. So Ricky Fowler duffs it.
Totally duffed it.
Totally duffed at a Pro-Am. Then he goes back after it's been blasted. Then he goes back on Twitter and writes a very nonchalant message saying that he needed to give something for the cameras.
Whatever, dude. I saw the video. You duffed it. I'm calling bullshit on that one.
I'm calling bullshit on it too. I think
And in a Carolina blue outfit. The
Well-
Carolina blue hat and shirt. Are you kidding me? Representing the Carolinas like that. You duff it and then try to pull it off like it was a mistake. I don't think so.
and then it was taken down. We had found this our video on Yardbarker.
Yardbarker.com. Great site for some fun.
And so I see it
insights.
the other day and I was like, "Oh, that's hilarious."
Yeah.
And then I go back to see it and it's gone.
It taken down by the user.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was a tweet saying that it was just for show, get a good laugh out of people. But then if it was just for show, why'd you take it
Why'd
down?
you take it down? Exactly my
So,
point.
and it's been taken down off a couple of sites. It's still on YouTube, but there was some other sites that picked up on it, and they've all been taken down. So,
We'll put the link out there. It was, you know, it just goes to show, even the pros can mishit it. You never want to stand in front of a golf ball.
right.
So I still remember, I'll never forget the one of the first times I was playing with my husband and his group of professional friends. I went to use the ladies' room, which was a little bit forward of the championship tees, which they always played. And one of the gentlemen, oh my gosh, so funny.
Do I know the gentleman?
He doesn't live here anymore, but you might. Do you remember?
Can we call somebody out right now?
Do you remember Scott at Heather Glen?
No.
All right, so that was probably
Before my time.
Before your time. So anyway, so Scott F., we'll call him, who's in Maryland now. So Scott, if you're listening, I was coming back out of the restroom, and it's a wooden and tin building, and completely shanked it and hit the building. So, yeah, you never want to go in front of any of the pros, professional or otherwise, because they might just duff it. Like we're watching it on Jamie's computer. So that was hysterical, but not as funny, nor as apropos, I'll use a big word, nor as apropos as Patrick Reed hitting a shot into a hazard right next to a boat called Top 5 during the RBC.
I mean, you couldn't pay. We could not have paid for that.
No, I mean,
No amount of money.
I want to know the owner. Oh my gosh,
Oh
if
my
someone
gosh.
had paid the owner to put that there, now that is some PR work.
And there's a video of it too. So just to clarify for those of you who don't know, down at the Heritage, which is Harbor Town, there's a
Harbortown,
big
South
marina, and that's where a lot of the parties go on. And very large yachts come in there just for the event. Well, they're there all the time, but for the event, it's
Especially,
really,
yeah. 'Cause, they're coming in for champagne, 17, 18 is Champagne Row.
So that's right. So a couple of people had picked up on it, and he hits his shot into the hazard, and sitting there is this yacht.
And it's huge.
I mean, it's massive.
We'll put the picture up, but if you need to look, just you can Google Top 5 yacht and you'll find it.
Yeah, Patrick Reed hits shot by Top 5 yacht, and I mean, it was just too much. I mean,
As soon as he saw that, he had to think, oh my gosh, could this get any worse for me?
oh, and that video's been removed too, by the way. So these guys their PR teams are working
I
because they're
guess.
like, get that video down off Yardbarker. But the photos are still up, and it's just really funny because they go on to say, hey, does anybody remember that top 5? The kid who said he was top
Top
5, which was hashtag top 5 is +8
Yeah.
again from last week that we had talked about.
From the Masters, yeah.
Yeah. So we just thought that was such a great missed shot. We had to talk about
Had
it.
to.
I mean, those two were our Man Up Mondays, and I mean, it's great.
All right, so that leads us to our Man Up Monday.
No, we got one more.
Oh, we got one more.
One more.
Oh, I forgot. Sorry. Yes, who can forget? We're going to talk about it.
So Shan
I have to. Sorry.
is a mom. She's
am.
a soccer mom. So she's in the scene with,
In the
seeing the
stands.
dynamic
Yep.
of parents at sporting events.
Oh my gosh. And let me tell you, I will be rich one day off the book. I just haven't figured out whether or not to make it a murder mystery or a comedy. It could go either way at this point.
Or it could be like Nana Diaries, where you just have like a bunch of short stories.
Oh my gosh. It's too much. But the Tiger's family, the entire family, including new girlfriend, was at a T-ball game. I mean, that had to be awkward. Maybe not for them if they're all cool with it now, but you got Tiger, Elin, and Lindsay watching a T-ball game, and I can tell you the dynamics of having even being married, being a stepmom is a little bit awkward when the mom comes into the picture, but in front of everybody, when that whole thing was in front of everybody, I can't imagine. That took some cojones. Well, we've always said Elin had bigger ones than him anyway, but wow.
Which would, I mean,
Wow.
just seeing Elin and Tiger together, I think would be like, it's like a train wreck. You can't like take your eyes off it. Like
Yeah.
I would be like just staring. I'd be like, I don't know if my kid hit it, what happened, but did you see?
And then like tons of paparazzi around there. I didn't see a ton of
Oh.
pictures, so hopefully it was just one or two. But those poor kids. I mean, that's the thing. The kids are going to pay in this. But I thought Lindsay was a smart girl. Didn't she want to stay out of that mess?
Yeah, but I think she also wants to be a part of their lives, and so that's the deal.
Well, it is part of the deal if you want to do that. But man alive, whew, good for them. That's all. But we had to mention it because it's just one of those things that you're like, wow.
Well, we
Wow.
can't
I give her
feel-
credit, but I'm doing it giving Elin a lot of credit. That takes a lot of patience, we'll say.
I think, she's totally doing good. She is now involved with this coal mining billionaire mogul who makes Tiger Woods look like what? So, like, he has money? No. And he has no sponsors anymore anyway, so, because he's been dropped. But, yeah, so she definitely traded up, and he's
she
got
got
some
the
kids,
island.
and yeah, and so she's not doing so bad. So, you know, anytime she can get together and prove how well she's doing well, you go, girl.
Absolutely. I'm for it, but we just had to mention it because let me tell you, that would be somebody on that team's writing a book. I don't know.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
All right, now Man Up Monday to end the show.
Man Up Monday. Okay, I'm going to totally botch these names, but
And can I caveat it at first?
sure.
We're going to mention a beer that I happen to like and partake of. So it's not that we're downing the beer, but say
Well,
someone. Okay, a little bit, but go
Yeah,
ahead.
we are. I don't drink. I'm not a beer drinker,
Right.
so I think this is why this one bothered me so much.
Okay.
So we've got our boy. Soon you'll know.
Soon you'll know.
He makes that putt. He wins the tournament, and the other Koreans come out, and you've got Charlie Wee and Y.E. Yang,
Mm-hmm.
and they give him a beer shower. I mean, it's so bad. Like, at least it could have been Korean beer or champagne.
They probably don't like Korean beer. Maybe that they think it's really good.
And then it was Bud Light, by the way.
Yeah,
and
Bud
then
Light, which isn't terrible.
they sprayed all over him, and then they go to give him a hug, and they don't want to give him a hug after because he's soaking wet in beer. It's like, what?
No, you hug him, then you shower him. Can they not learn anything from NASCAR?
I think it should have been champagne.
Even
or
NASCAR uses
just-
champagne.
I mean, I just don't think it should have happened right then and there either. It's just the Zurich. It's not a major.
You say that, but he won more money
Oh,
than
yeah,
Kuchar won at the RBC.
he did. Well,
he
it was
won.
a bigger purse.
And so it's we say just the Zurich, but it's not the tiniest one. But I'm still with you on the beer. If your friend wins, and this was I think his first tournament, right?
It was his first that he won.
His first PGA tournament. Beer, really? What is? I mean, knowing some of the people we know that drink Bud Light here in Myrtle Beach, and I'll just stick here. I'm halfway surprised we didn't see the chicken wings come flying out. I mean, some of the golf pros around here, you can't get them at a Wild Wing Cafe and down in their Bud Lights and eating their chicken wings. So I don't know. But the garlic parmesan ones at Wild Wing Cafe are really good. So if you are here and Jeff happens to like the ginger ones, I think it's the ginger, right?
Thai.
Thai. Sorry. The Thai wings.
I love how
Well,
Jeff just like one word, Jeff. Yes.
Yes.
But Wild Wing Cafe at Barefoot Landing here in North Myrtle Beach.
We love that place.
Yeah, we love them, and definitely the Thai wings, and Jacob loves the barbecue.
Just a note of interest, the Ricky Fowler video that was on YouTube a second when we started the show is now gone.
No.
No. Interesting.
Are you serious? It was just up 20 minutes ago.
I was getting ready to download it and save it. I can't find it. It's gone.
I'm going to check my iPad here and see if we have it.
See if you have it
but,
cached. See if you have it cached somewhere, but that is so yeah, if you meant to we're back to Ricky Fowler now, but if you
Yeah.
meant to do that and it was going to be a joke, you would have left it up and been like, ha ha ha, look what I did. All right. Poor guy.
I know. Maybe he does take some cool pictures on Instagram and Twitter, so check those out, I guess. That's
Yeah.
the only nice thing I can say about him.
And we need to educate Charlie Wee and Y.E. Yang on what flavors of champagne go best, with golf
Yeah.
wins.
Yeah, I mean, it's classier. They wear Rolexes. Come on.
Beer.
No.
No. All right. So
That's
what do
going
you?
to do it for us, I think.
Yes. Are you playing golf this week?
I'm going to try to. I'm not sure. I did get a brand new set of TaylorMade clubs that I've been hitting very well.
Sounds like a challenge. We might have to have a golf gossip challenge.
Shan's very good. Don't let anybody. She's very good.
No. So, well, I'm looking forward to then 2 weeks. We'll be back in 2 weeks?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm looking forward to you coming back. Maybe we'll have a little more exciting Twitter feed fodder.
Yeah, we need some more gossip.
Yes.
These boys are getting boring. I need something to happen.
Summer's coming up. They
Yep.
cannot contain it forever.
Nope.
Nope, the bikinis will come out. They're going down. Although the girls are giving us just as much fodder as the boys nowadays. So, you never know because, oh my gosh, if those skirts get any shorter, we'll have to save it for another show. But
Oh, I already know who we're going to talk about on that one, so
Let me
we'll
tell
save
you,
that for next week.
if those skirts get any shorter, how do they get the balls out of the
It's
cup?
awful.
Anyway, all right. Well, thank you very much for joining us. This has been Golf Gossip with Jamie and Shan. Golf Gossip is produced and broadcast by the Zeus Radio Network for thegolfdirector.com.